Okay. Well, since there is nothing, I found some videos that I really wanted to play. I'm going to touch on one on mammogram first, because it's pushed on us ladies that we have to, it's a must. Now, for me, I did the mammogram once in my early 20s, and I vow I will never, ever subject myself to that again. First of all, that machine was never invented by a woman. No woman would invent something so cruel. But also the fact, if you guys research the whole mammogram situation, you'll understand why. But anyway, let me share this. There's two in regards to the mammogram that I want to share. So, are you guys seeing my screen this morning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this is, as it says, breaking news. Switzerland became the first country to ban mammogram. And I put in the chat, yes, it's about time. It needs to be banned all across the globe. Now, are you guys reading what's here? Not even just about the scam, but discovery, how mammograms harm women. Up to 60% fall positive, cancer risk. Mammogram is a big cancer risk, and most women have no clue. And they're telling you, you need to have one every year or every 2 years. And it goes on here. So I have never done one since my 20s. Never, ever, ever. So I wanted to show this here. Switzerland, they're on the ball. Studies have shown that the cancer rate has exploded since they came up with you need to have a mammogram every year or every other year. But I've also done a deep dive into it. They're radiating your body. All that, imagine you're going in every year, every other year. So this is the first one, and then let me go back to the second one that is more detailed. Because we'll get the knowledge, but as the saying goes, it's the applied knowledge. It's not just having the knowledge, not just knowing it, but applying it. Oh, okay. Oh, is this the one I really wanted to play? Let me see. I hope that's the correct one that I shared. Let's see.
Mammograms. You know, women are encouraged to get mammograms, but think twice before you do that. Every mammogram increases your risk of cancer, and the risk is cumulative. You know, every time you get a mammogram, your risk goes up. This is because X-rays damage DNA. Now, mammograms do nothing to prevent cancer. They're just a diagnostic tool to find an existing cancer. Most people don't know that there's a far safer and very accurate way to do the same thing to screen for breast cancer, and it's called thermography. This avoids X-rays. There's probably a practitioner in your community who uses thermography. Thermograms measure infrared images of the body, and see, growing cancers need a lot of blood, and the more the excess blood shows up as heat, and that's what you're measuring. So this is really safe and accurate, and if something is found, you can proceed with other imaging tests such as an MRI. The key is to avoid the ionizing radiation of X-rays, and those are used in mammograms. But best of all, learn how to prevent cancer so you don't have to worry about it. Read my book, Never Fear Cancer Again. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
So, Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say something on this one. Good morning, everyone.
Go ahead, KJ.
I gotta get that video. That is wow. That just that alone, the way he just expressed that really help you to put that fear out because you something that you wasn't aware of. It's so vital. Because I lost several people that had cancer and they gone through it. So that is something that it is very personal that I like to keep that video because definitely when I get out there and really talk about Atomy, something like that, I'll be able to touch on for the women's. And I'm not sure guys got to go through it too, don't it?
Yes, because I do have male breast cancer.
Yeah. There you go.
Mhm. But for me, I've always encouraged my people to do thermography. And the funny thing is, thermography is way more accurate than a mammogram. But mammograms are pushed because you have to be at a certain size for that mammogram machine to even pick it up. But thermography can pick it up at a pin size because, as they said, thermography is using the heat. So you have to really be at a substantial size for the mammogram machine to pick it up. So why do they push mammogram over thermography when thermography is going to catch it at a much earlier stage than the mammogram? So once I learned that from my 20s, after I went through that experience where I thought I died and went to hell, and then they came back and said to me, "Oh, we didn't get a good shot. You have to do it over again." And I said, "Never again." And I went and did my research, and that's when I found out about thermography. And I said, "Wow, and your insurance will not pay for thermography. You have to pay out of your pocket for that." But if you do your research, there's centers all in every city, there's someone there that's doing thermography. So just keep that in mind, guys. It is way more accurate because a pin size compared to a golf ball size, it has to be, typically you're feeling that lump and you go, "Oh my gosh." It has to be at a substantial size for that mammogram machine to pick it up.
Huh?
Guys, could you please keep your phone on mute? Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
especially for women with breast cancer, that right there, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, the way he spoke about it and explained the whole reason why it's not good, I absolutely love that video. So I will post it in the chat for those of us who save it, KJ. So if you ever come across someone, you can play this video and say you have options, because doctors are not telling people they have options. They're just saying you got to go have a mammogram done. And most people, when you mention thermography, they have no clue what that is. Most people don't know about thermography.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I gotta find out a little bit more where the locations are, how many locations out there. Just like oxygen chamber. No one know that oxygen chamber that helps to remove the cancer as well. Because cancer hate oxygen. No one even think about oxygen chamber because they don't know that it's not even talkable. It's something that's talked about. It's everywhere, but no one is talking about it. So oxygen chamber is one of the things that a friend of mine was gonna purchase to save this person. Unfortunately, it was too late. But hey, you know, that's something that I wanted to learn a little bit more, especially his book. I want to get that book. I just forgot the name of the book. Never Feel Cancer Again or something he said. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. But I definitely want to get that book that he's talking about because I'm very big when it comes because I remember I started something called Cancer Battle Movement. That's the reason why it touched me because of some fact that I had a tumor. I had to reverse that on my own. But that's something that I definitely want to give an alternator to show somebody about that because that is so vital, very vital. Especially when I go to different churches. Definitely something I want to mention about this thing, about that a little bit more details on there. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Back to you, Miss Novelette.
So I will send it to you directly as well, and I'll post it in the chat. So did anyone else have any comments in regards to those two information?
Yeah, Miss Novelette, I'm very grateful that you have shown that clip because definitely I love to share it with my friends.
Okay.
And yes, back to you with regards to the question that you asked about the advice that the doctor gave.
Mm-hmm.
The products she recommended are hemohim, and of course she gave the dosage for each of them. The noni,
Mm-hmm.
omega-3, ging, what is this? Ging,
Incolinata.
yes, as well. And she said she should be, I drink a lot of water, as you always advise, and then vitamin C as well, and do a little exercise as much as she could, and find out what her blood type is and eat accordingly. So that's her advice.
Okay. All right, great, great.
And I have a question, Miss Novit. It might sound stupid, but
Go ahead.
yes, this has to do with the centers or whichever center is going to win that
Mm-hmm.
prize, whatever it is. Who gets the prize? The center will get it, but who
Yeah,
is
the
going to?
center will get it. I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Haven't seen the video yet. That Nick said the videos in the group chat. So
Yes, but is it one person who is going to get the prize from the
Sylvia,
center
Sylvia.
or what?
I don't until I watch the video. I haven't watched the video yet. That's the first I'm hearing about it this morning. So
Okay, I get you.
yeah, can't comment until I watch it. But I was thinking about that too. So yeah.
Okay, I'm not alone. Thank you, Miss Novlet, for giving me the time to share. I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. So guys, remember this is Freestyle Friday, open call, feedback here, okay? Yes, Miss Florence, I will post the video in the chat. That's what I'm trying to look to. I'm gonna log on my phone so I can post it in the chat. Now, I have, since it's open call and we're not really getting much feedback, I'll post another video. Now this,
Did I tell you guys about the guy and the toothpaste?
I don't remember.
Okay, there's this young man who, a friend of mine, and we talk, and I was sharing this information with him, and he asked me to place an order for him. But he doesn't really understand as much as I try to explain, and my downline was with him, upline rather, as well. So he asked me to place the order, which I did. He didn't even ask me about the toothpaste, but I did place the order for toothpaste. Miss Navleti got it Friday, Thursday evening when he got home from work. Friday he started to use it. Oh my God. He was so excited. He was so happy for that toothpaste. And every second he would say the toothpaste, the toothpaste, the toothpaste. So my conclusion is that he has been transformed, may I say that, to be the happiest man in the whole USA from using that toothpaste.
I
He's
remember when,
happy enough, it's now late.
yeah,
Happy.
I remember when we spoke, you told me. Now, as you're sharing it, I remember, but you didn't share it on the call, so I wanted you to
Oh,
share.
yes, he's so happy. It's not funny. Oh my goodness.
Great, great, great. Go ahead, Ms. Valerie.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, Novelette, Maria, Nick, Novelette. I'm so
Can't get this
grateful.
thing to shut down. Come on.
Miss Sil, oh, let me mute
Miss
her.
Noble, please unmute because I'm trying to
Yeah,
set
I'm
this light.
muting you. I'm muting you.
Not moving at all.
Yes, go ahead, Miss Valerie.
Yeah, I was just saying, going to say that thank you so much for bringing this mammogram issue up. I had the same experience, I think, though I was way older than 25. I think you said you were in your 20s, right?
Yeah.
I was in my 40s, going on 50, I think, when I did my first mammogram, and I say the same thing, I'll never do it again. And it was just between me and God. I never told anybody that I was not doing mammograms because people have a way of judging you, saying that you are being irresponsible. That's another thing that's going on out there, guys. That's why sometimes you just have to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
They will judge you and say that you are irresponsible by not doing mammogram. But for me at that time, I said, God is between you and I. I'm not doing mammograms again. If I have to go because of breast cancer, then so be it. But then, of course, I also now started looking at other alternatives, and I did do the thermography testing. I don't do it every year. You know, I sort of kind of skip. Now, the other thing, unfortunately, that people experience is that as soon as insurance I'm not paying, they go like, oh no, I'm not paying $250, I'm not paying $150, whatever it is. It is another way of getting people to do these tests because the insurance pays for them, and people do not want to pay out of pocket. So I'm just hoping that all of us can hear what Novelet showed us here today and what the gentleman said about mammograms, because there's radiation in these mammograms. That's why when you do mammograms, you see these technicians quickly leave the room when they do a mammogram for you, because if they have to stand there every time when they when they do those pictures, that radiation is getting into them. So can you imagine if we are afraid of getting the radiation and we only go to do mammograms like once or twice a year, I mean, once or every 2 years, whatever they recommend these days. So these technicians usually, as soon as they have to snap that camera, they run out of the room. Did you notice that?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, because I wondered, why do they do that? But as I was doing my research, now this is years ago, I found out why, because of the radiation in the mammogram. So another quick thing that I want to say about that is that these centers that are doing the thermography are all over the place. We have them in Pembroke Pines, Hollywood, go up north, Boca Raton. They're all over the place.
Yeah,
so yeah, guys, I'm sorry?
No, I said, you're right. They're every place.
They're all over the place. If you are willing to just go ahead and pay, I mean, I pay, you know, for my healthcare. I go to these alternative doctors like Dr. Walida. They charge $350 to just see you. Pay it. You better off, just pay it. Another quick thing that I want to say about these so-called tests that they want us to do is colonoscopy. We'll talk about that another day, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's a
That's
very
another one. That colonoscopy. They told me that when I did my I normally go and do my blood work. You know, at the Cleveland Clinic, I want to know what's going on in my blood work. Oh, when last did you have a colonoscopy? You need to have a colonoscopy. And I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't. Okay, so that's another one. I did it once and I said, never again.
I've never done one.
Thank you. Yeah, I hear you. I did it once and I said, never again. So yeah, we really have to take our health.
It's supposed to be when it's absolutely necessary. But now I notice they're having people do it like almost, I have an elderly friend and like almost every year or every 2 years, he's like, I gotta go get my colonoscopy. And I'm saying, why? Is there a problem with your, no. But they're mandating you to do it the same way we're doing with the whole breast mammogram thing.
And it's because of the cost. There's another thing that they let, and now for those of us who are now getting, if you get into your 40s, you have to do your eyes, and then maybe 10 years or 5 years or 10 years later, they tell you that you have to do, what do they call that test? I refuse to do it too. Dilating where they put that stuff in your eye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They put the stuff in your eye to see if you have glaucoma and I don't know what all. But then I was fortunate enough one day when I went to a specific not ophthalmologist, optometrist, and this man said to me, he said to me, there's no need to do that type of test to find out what's going on with your eyes, whether you have eye diseases. He said, we can actually do something milder than that. And anyway, so he started explaining me and said, okay, but I don't have anybody here to drive. He said, you don't need anybody to drive you. I said, but why are they all insisting that you do this? They have a name for it. This, I mentioned it to him. He said it's because it's more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is why, guys, I believe now, I just believe that is because I always pray when I have to go to these doctors. I pray, and somehow they start spilling, they start telling you things that you did not think they would tell. Why? Because I'm like, God, I need this doctor to understand who I am. I am your child. I am your princess. And they need to know that they're dealing with the child of the Most High. So please reveal this doctor to me. And he does a great job. I'm not saying that I always get great doctors, but once I start talking to them, I will get, the Holy Spirit will let me know that you need to get out of this office like right away. And I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, they spill. They spill. Why? I honestly believe it's because God is leading, he protect us. He let you know that no, this doctor is all about money. Get out. I can go on and on about these doctors. I've had some experiences about them, including my little son when he was 4 years old, where a doctor wanted this boy to be hospitalized just to occupy that hospital bed. So young mothers, be vigilant as well. It's not just internal medicine doctors or specialists, because these specialists are horrible, most of them, not all of them, but it's not just that. Even these pediatricians have an agenda sometimes why they want to hospitalize your child. Thank you guys for allowing me to share.
Yeah.
I'm just
We just have to be mindful. Honestly, I haven't been to a doctor in a long time. I'll probably go like every 5 years just to do some blood work and make sure all is well. And they say, "Oh, you're perfectly fine. Your blood work is great." And I say, "Okay, thank
blood
you."
work.
You're not seeing anything.
That's the
Maybe-
only reason I go and have my blood work checked. That's it.
Yeah,
Because like you said yesterday, everything is in the blood. You have to know what's going on in your blood. And yeah, so yeah. And after I know what's going on in the blood, then I take care of it. If they say, "Oh, we seeing a little cholesterol raising up," I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll take care of it."
yeah.
Don't prescribe a medication to me. No, I'll take care of it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So there was something that Miss Valerie said that I was going to touch on, but I forgot. So anyway, yes, as she said about the thermography, guys, your health is worth it. If you have to pay for a procedure yourself and it's within your budget, do it. Don't say, "Oh, my healthcare will pay for it," but they're not going to pay for that particular procedure that you want, which is much healthier. If you can pay for it yourself. Perfect example, right, Miss Valerie and others. How many of us thought about going to the airport through the detector that we have to walk through? If someone on here, if you travel a lot and you're continually going through that detector there, it's harming you. Those things are cancer causing. I didn't know this was available. That's why I wanted to share it. I was watching a video where they were talking about that because, I like watching these type of video. And the gentleman said that he never, ever, ever go. You can hop out of it. They just have to pat you down. They're going to search you from head to toe. I can deal with that because once I saw that video, I've decided I am never going through that machine again. For them to scan my entire body and radiate my entire body. I didn't know there were options. Now I know. So I'm sharing it with you guys, especially for those individuals that traveling once or twice a week or all over and you're continually going through that machine. It's crazy. And think about the public school that the kids have to go through those machines every single day and what's going on with their bodies if they're starting from such a small age going through those detector machines. Oh my gosh. So anyway, but I post the video in the chat for those who wanted to capture that video for themselves. It's in the chat. And
excuse me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Novelet. I just have a quick question about the video. I see it's on TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Is there any other way I could get that video?
I will have to see because sometimes some of these videos are linked to YouTube. So I will check and I will let you, who am I spot?
This is Brenda Moore.
Okay, Brenda. Okay. I will check and let you know on Monday.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Because sometimes the original video is, the complete video is on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
yeah. I'm
Miss
writing.
Novlet, Miss
Mhm.
Novlet, this is like coincidence because I talked to a friend of mine yesterday and she had gone to the optometrist
Mhm.
and he did not dilate her eyes and she was so upset, you know. So,
Ah,
yeah, she was. So I'll have to get back
she's
to
used
her
to it.
today
She's used to
to
it.
let her
That's what I
know.
want. Yes, thank you,
She's
Mr.
very fortunate, you know. Oh my goodness, so many things that out there for us to learn. I don't know, but I'm learning a whole lot.
That's what I wanted to touch on.
That's the word, Miss Sylvia, dilating the
Yes,
eye. I
I
forgot
like
that word. That is the
yes,
word.
yes.
If you please do not let them dilate your eye. As a matter of
My
fact, I even know of
goodness.
somebody that because of that test, she had problems with her eyes. And eventually I asked her, and we were like all in our maybe 50s, late 50s. And I said, what happened? What's going on with your eye? And she said, I went and they dilated my eyes, and ever since then I had problems.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. So sad. It's a sad world. Sad.
And
Scary.
this is why take your hemohim and your
Yes.
noni juice, take your supplements, take your vitamin C, keep your
Yes.
system boosted. My philosophy on mammograms and things of that nature is that preventative. You got, do what you can to prevent. And I know that my body is wonderfully and fearfully made in the image of God. And if there is anything going on in my body, the fact that the Lord knows about it first gives me absolute peace because I absolutely believe His word. I don't believe in mammograms. I don't believe in a lot of stuff that they do either. I just trust God and do what I know to do. And a lot of times, what they'll do is like if you have a symptom in your body and you go to the doctor, oh, I've got this happening, I've got that happening, and they'll go on a mission and they're going to find something wrong with you. And then when they tell you what they found and you come into agreement with it, then you initiate it, you activate it. So you have to make sure you don't come. If you ever get a negative diagnosis, if you get a diagnosis of cancer or of any type of disease, do not come into agreement with it. Do not claim it. Do not say my this or my that, my, sciatica or my cancer. Do not say those things because you don't have to receive it. You don't have to receive it. And then some of these technologies that they've come up with, yes, they are about making money, for a lot of people, for a lot of doctors, but you don't have to receive it. You're in charge of your own health. Our body has the capacity given us by God to heal itself. It's been designed, it's a biological machine designed by God to heal itself, given half a chance. Given half a chance. So we have to watch what we eat and our stress level, and we all know what to do. Make sure we get enough water. You watch the environments that we're in, from toxins and all of that kind of thing. But the body is able to heal itself. It absolutely can. And we are all healed by the stripes of the Lord Jesus, or anything the devil would try to bring into our lives. So that's my philosophy. Just want to put my 2 cents in.
Yeah, I like to piggyback. Definitely. The reason why, and most of us, that comes on board to Atomy, you know, they hear about the testimonies. They see some people are skeptical. But the reason why we take the human ham or the plant based nutrition to our body is to avoid chronic disease, the gap for the food nutrition that we don't, the food function that we don't put in our body daily base. It's the reason why we take it for life. Most folks is like, I gotta keep buying, I gotta eat, and you know, it's your health online, and that's the things that we go through, we put in our body. I'll say United States is a very toxic world. Why? Because they allow things to they a lot of other countries ban other things like red juice, and so forth, right? And doctors are getting paid $10,000 just to refer a patient who may possibly have cancer, right? And they get it's so easily to get paid by numbers of people. It's like a sheep get ready to be slaughtered, right? My thing is, I want to share this one little story real quick. I went to Cleveland Clinic, which was one of the top hospitals, right? The next thing you go to this and do blood. Next thing you know, you're doing this. Next thing you know, they want to send you this, they send you that, and send you all over the place of the house. They send you this, they send you that. You're like, wait a minute, why am I doing all of this left and right? You're nothing but, yeah, your health is very important, but you must have a knowledge for on your body. If you don't, because they're gonna take advantage of it, and they're gonna want to make they want to speed this whole thing. And insurance are if you have insurance, you're a number one client to them. Okay, you're a number one client to them because they want that's how they get paid majority of times, right? Um,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I'm an insurance professional specializing in Medicare. That's another topic for a whole new day. What they're doing to the seniors of this country is just evil. Okay? Evil. And now, especially in South Florida, please be careful. They're having all these so-called medical centers. Okay? These medical centers are driven by the capitation. Capitation is another word for premium that the insurance companies give them per senior, so to speak. So if you are Medicare age, be careful where you go as far as your health, as far as your doctor's office is concerned. These so-called medical centers are in for it. First of all, they are run by businessmen who hire doctors to work for them. They what is how they actually have somebody who's not a medical person to decide whether you should go and see a specialist or whether you should not go and see a specialist. It's complicated. It's a long story, but I'm just saying, please be careful, especially if you have Medicare. Be careful where you go, and do not take these so-called medical centers. Don't think they're looking out for your best interest, because they are not. They are paid monthly, whether you go there or not. If you live in Broward County, the Cleveland Clinic is not far. Go to the Cleveland Clinic, because at least those doctors at the Cleveland Clinic are not, they are there and they're practicing medicine. They're not watching their bottom line. How am I going to pay my rent or my lease, etc. So if you live in Broward County, try to go to the Cleveland Clinic. I'm not saying they are perfect, but they're better than the so-called medical centers that a lot of seniors go to. Thank you.
Yes, and I was going to say too that one of the things you don't want to do is do not allow people to do a biopsy. Because when they do the biopsy now, most of the time they're biopsying to see if you have cancer. But if you have it, just think about what happens when you poke a needle into a balloon that's filled with water. Whatever's in that balloon is going to spread everywhere. And that's the same thing with a biopsy. When they go in, it's spreading everywhere if you have it. And so a lot of doctors will not get biopsies because they already know. So just be mindful, trust God and see if there's another way. Because I think there's like a surgery they could do around to, the same area that won't spread it if it is there. So just be mindful.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on this one, Maria. Yeah, because I lost a friend. What happened was she had a breast cancer, right? And I gave her, I told her what's going about to happen before she do anything. She didn't even consider my options. What she did, she went to her youngest son, and her and I, we were the same age, almost the same age. She was like 1 year less, and so I'm like, I told her what your kids don't have no knowledge what's going on. I'm telling her the knowledge I have. I'm giving her what's about to happen and giving her options. She considered to listen to her son, who don't even care about the health right now, don't focus on it because he's been focused on making millions, right? And he has a huge follower, and so she go relied on him because he's a millionaire, but he doesn't know. I'm telling her what your kids are like, and they're not going to be able to understand this. And so she took on the role on and let her older son, say so because he came up. I'm like that, and so her son was like, "Well, why don't you just cut the breast instead of do the for her to go through the chemo process, right?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So bottom line is, keep the story short. You know, uh, this is what happened. She ended up being in the hospital. This is the worst of the worst because I'm bypass all the stuff, right? She's in the worst of the worst on her deathbed. I come into the hospital, Baptist hospital. I'm looking at her. I said, she's done. I already know what's going on because I told her at that time what's going to be, and she's done. So she's right here, look like a vegetable. Yeah, that's what chemo do, make you look like a vegetable, right? Cut your hair, loosen your hair, and all that stuff, right? And I'm looking at her, and she's not cautious. She's on a machine. Bottom line, that's what it boiled down to. Like, okay, I told her before she got into that machine, before I told her, do you remember when I was telling you about left and right and what could happen? She said, yeah, I do. I said, you rip your soul. Yeah, and so I said we could do this, we could fix together, but she still, yeah. Bottom line is, uh, I'm sorry, my alarm is just ringing here. I'm just trying to turn this thing off. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you guys heard it. But what I'm trying to say is that the doctor, what happened while she was on her deathbed, what I skipped was the fact that they say they want to do, she gone through chemo. I told her, don't do it. She went to the radiation. I told her, don't do it. She went to do chemo again. I said, this is not going to good for you. She went to go do it. Next man I know, they told me that they went, stuck a needle, bum bum. It's breast cancer spread all over her body, went up to her head. She spread to her whole body. She told me that. I was a little disappointed. She, the fact that I prevented her from doing all the channels, right? And so, yeah, it is true, guys. You start with a breast cancer, and they pop it, bomb, and spread it to your body. Yeah, you're still not. You still can get out of it, but the problem
You're
it's a
breaking up,
fight that
KJ.
I'm
You're
dealing with.
breaking up.
I'm sorry, my phone just keeps ringing. It's a fight that you have to deal with because it is not. It takes a long time to remove cancer off your body. You got cancer in your body. It's just the bad ones that's toxic is the one that you want to remove. So that's that. If for any women that I'm sharing with y'all, learn something from us definitely because this is it. It will lead you to a wrong direction. Again, oxygen chamber definitely. Cancer hate oxygen and stop eating too many sugar, people. Back to you, Maria.
Well, we got to boost our NK cells, and we have something that does that, and that's our hemohim. Also, you have to boost your mitochondria as well, but you definitely want to make sure that your body is operating at its optimum. Like KJ said, lay off of the sugar. Keep your body alkaline. Drink your water. We got to take authority and take command of your body. We have to be better stewards. We all fall short. I know I do, but we have to exercise better stewardship over our health. Vivian, I see your hand is up.
We get rid of the oil, the
Is that clear?
sunflower
Okay.
oil.
Yeah,
I'm here,
Vivian, I'm
guys.
going to speak. I see your hand is up. I think Neverlet must
Right,
speak for a moment.
right. I'm here. I'm here. Thank you. I've been waiting patiently.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I thank God for Atomy, and I thank God for you guys. And I thank God this morning I was able to come on. Some mornings I'm not able to, but this morning I was on. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know how I feel because in this late 70s, that was part of my job working in a health clinic in the community. My job was really to either schedule or even take women to get their mammogram and their pap smear done. So now I'm listening to this. It makes me feel so bad. Makes me feel bad. That's the bad side of it. But on a good note, I am with Atomy because of my doctor. How? Like one person said earlier, you pray throughout your life. Pray throughout the day. Pray you're going to the doctor, especially pray. Let God direct you, the doctor. So I went to my doctor and he said my blood test came and I needed supplement. And I'm like, no, you're not talking to me because I know I take care of myself. Working in health, I don't want to name any names, health education for educating women about nutrition. I know I take care of myself. And in our little circle, we watch over each other, making sure that we eat good, we eat well, we eat, the servings of fruits and vegetables we're supposed to take daily. And how come you're telling me I need supplement? So I ignored him. Months later, I went back and he's looking at my record. He said, remember, I told you you need supplements. And I said, you know what? I think he's trying to sell me something. I'm going to catch him. And I said, okay, doctor, since you're insisting that I need supplements, tell me what to take and where to take it. So he finally said, well, you know what? Go anywhere. Just get a multivitamin. That's when I was like, oh, okay, maybe he sees something. So he's not trying to sell me something. So I did go to one of the supplement stores in our community and bought a multivitamin, which I started taking. But halfway through, I met someone. I heard about the company earlier, but I wasn't interested because I went through a lot of companies before. And it's the same thing, trying to educate people, trying to help, at least have them take a look, but it's like you're talking a foreign language when you're talking to some people about those things, so it's so hard. That's why I left a lot of other companies I was with before. So one sister in my church called me because we know of somebody that had cancer. And to make the story short, so that's how I ended up being with Atomy. And on the calls, on the meetings, I've learned so much. I went to a church presentation and all ladies sitting there, what they were talking about, the question they were asking that doctor that came, it was mind-blowing for me to see how much a lot of women don't know about their health, their body, how much they don't educate themselves about their health. And I'm sitting there listening. And then I stood up to speak. Even the doctor was shocked for what was coming out of my mouth. And I say most of it is from those meetings, from Atomy. I've been in Atomy for a couple of years now. What I've learned, what I'm trying to teach the women, starting with my church, it's so hard to, have them take a look. But all I tell them is, listen, I like to learn. I like to learn. I'm not going to say no to nothing, even I know if it's a bad thing. I'm going to go to it, listen to it, so I can. Oh, I used to work at the bank, and that's how they educate us on knowing a fake dollar bill from a real one. You don't study the fake dollar bills. You study the real one. That way, when you know the real one well, when you see the fake, you can tell the difference right away. Okay, so knowing what I know, I go to anything. I listen to anything that would invite me to go, because that way you learn more. You can see where people are at. You can take a little bit here, take a little bit there, and put it together with what you already know. Just educate yourself. It's so hard, but thank God it's coming along. Some of them are coming, and some of them, they call me, oh, well, I feel this, I have this symptom here, I heard you are with, I say, yes, I am. So that way God touched them so they can call me so I can tell them about the products. So that's the good thing. My doctor, because of him, that's why I'm with Atomy, because he told me I needed supplement. If he hadn't said that, and I know God pushed him to say that, if he hadn't said that, I wouldn't be with Atomy today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
That's a good
yes.
doctor.
Awesome. And
Most
I don't
doctors.
think he knew what he was doing. I don't think he didn't know. If he knew, now I'm telling him about
Yeah.
Atomy. And I told him, refer your people to me, because I think I don't think because now he lost me and he can lost a lot of it, because like you said, I don't go all the time also. So I go only when necessary. And by the way, please, if anybody knows, I was very happy about the information about mammogram and colonoscopy, but for pap smear, this is one other thing I don't like to do. So if you know anything about pap smear, you can educate us on how we can
Okay.
make it easier for us.
We'll
We
touch on
appreciate
that
it.
on Monday. We can do that on Monday.
Okay.
Okay, we have
Speaking
one
of
other.
colonoscopy, just one thing on colonoscopy. The last time I had it, I had a bad experience also. I asked them to give me a general not local, to give me local, not general anesthesia. So I don't, they refuse. So that's why I'm not doing it, because general. So if you know information about that, please let us know. So I appreciate it. Thank you, ladies.
Well, the liquid, there's one other hand raised, but the liquid that you have to drink to prepare for that colonoscopy, there's nothing healthy about it. That's all I'm going to say on that. Okay, so go ahead. I don't want to say your name incorrectly. Can you pronounce your name for me, please? Calichou.
It's Kalisho.
Alicia. Okay, go ahead, Miss Alicia.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm following you from Canada, and to be honest, I'm so happy I came here because listening to all those testimonies is definitely helping me a lot. And listen to that video from Novelette about mammogram risks and dangers, and together with all the colonoscopy requests from our doctors, it's something that's definitely hurting all of us. So I'm in Canada and I've been suffering from thyroid issues. I had hyperthyroidism, and of course, I had a family doctor who was following me, prescribing me all those mammogram tests, and asking me to do all the colonoscopy because, according to him, I had a bad anemia that was not seeming to get better. So he wanted me to do the colonoscopy because for him, he thought I had some intestinal issues. But the whole problem was my hyperthyroidism. So I told him, okay, I'm gonna think about it. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna think about it. First of all, they told me all the protocol about how to do that colonoscopy. I had to go there. If I go there by myself, I will have to get somebody to pick me up to bring me home. And also, I would be under anesthesia as if I'm going to do a surgery. And I was like, what's going on? The time they called me, the health system called me to tell me that I will have to provide a phone number and the name of somebody of my family they can reach out in case anything happens. That's when I opened my eyes. I was like, why should I give a name and a contact for somebody of my family to be contacted if anything happens for just a test they are going to do without any bigger issue that I'm just facing. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cancel this appointment. I canceled my colonoscopy appointment. I canceled my mammogram appointment because I read and did my personal research and saw that there was a huge risk of cancer. So I canceled everything. And now that you guys just brought everything up, I was like, somehow I got that little voice, inner voice that told me not to do that because I was at a high risk of getting that cancer. And my anemia, I just found out that it was due to my hyperthyroidism. And I'm so lucky that recently I got off all the medication of my hyperthyroidism. I didn't get any radiation, I didn't get any surgery. So I just started with Atomy products, mainly the hemohim. And that hemohim not only boosted my entire immune system that I lost for years, but also it helped me get rid of all my anemia. Now I have a lot of energy. I'm feeling so well. The blood tests that I have to do every month are just coming excellent according to my endocrinologist. So everything is good. And so now what I'm doing is definitely keeping taking those Atomy products, Hemohim, omega-3, all those probiotics, vitamin C, just to make sure my immune is boosted, and I have more energy that I didn't used to have that before. So I want just to come up to all those that our doctors prescribe us. They are not prescribers because they want us to feel better. They are just prescribing us things to do because they want to get us. We have to open our eyes and do our own research and make sure we do things or don't do things. Thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to talk.
Wow, that was really, you have to be on top of your own health. You really do. And that was
Yeah.
really wise of you. And turns out it was just the hyperthyroid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gabrielle asked about, you have a
Yeah.
question about how do you boost your mitochondria? Well, there are several ways that you can boost it. Increase your physical activity. You might want to do some resistance training. Fasting, when we fast, every time you fast, you're boosting your mitochondria because something takes place called mitophagy and then autophagy. And that means that the bad cells are cleansed out of your body. It's a whole process. And so exercise and getting enough sleep, um, watching your diet, taking coenzyme Q10, a lot of different supplements you can take. I take a supplement that I love. If anyone's interested, it's working for me. So if anybody's interested, they can call me. But basically, to boost your mitochondria, you really want to keep your body moving because every time you exercise, it's creating new mitochondria. It's creating new mitochondria. And then just also just eating healthy and giving yourself a chance to really cleanse itself with healthy foods. So that's basically how you do it. You're born with a lot of mitochondria, but as you get older, by the time you're 60, 50, 60, 70, you don't hardly have any. By the time you're like 70, 80, you might have maybe 10% left. But that is what gives you energy. That's what keeps your body functioning. That keeps you from going blind. Most people, the first place it really usually starts to leave you is in your eyes. in your eyes, and then it starts on your organs and different systems in your body. So you do want to keep it boosted, but yeah, just make sure you get plenty of exercise and take good, healthy supplements and get your rest. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. And then she also asks about ultrasound. Is ultrasound for breasts better than mammogram? Thermography is the best. Thermography is going to catch that breast cancer at its smallest size. A pin size thermography will pick up. So guys, remember, it's thermography that you want to do. It's going to catch it earlier than any other method out there.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're
Oh yeah,
welcome.
don't forget about stretching. You got to stretch before you exercise. Just want to add that
Yeah,
there.
that's good too. And I mentioned this before, guys. Look up Tai Chi. It is so good what it does for the entire body. And you're not really stressing yourself and overexerting yourself. For those individuals that, you know, you don't want to go through all that, you can do Tai Chi. It does wonders for the entire body. Now it's 11:22. I really wanted to share this one particular video, and my reason for sharing this particular video is to show us that we really truly need to start taking charge of our own health, especially us people of color. More of us during COVID.
Double that.
Yes.
Can I say something right quick after you
Sure.
say that? Go ahead and finish your statement. Then I wanted to say.
Yeah. Most of us, the most deaths were amongst our community. Whether it's cancer, diabetes, it's still here. And then the next thing that's going around is pneumonia. People are getting pneumonia like crazy. They do not have COVID. They have nothing else. This is the new thing that's going around. And it's very high in our community. We have got to start taking charge of our own health. After I play this video, you guys are going to understand why. Just people start taking charge of your health and pass the information on, as Miss Vivian has been doing in her church, wherever you get the opportunity. Because what is going on in the medical world when it comes to our people, say what you have to say, Maria, and then I play the video. And KJ, you can go after, not too long, because I want to end the call.
No, don't worry about too long. I just want to say something real quick. But go ahead, Maria.
Yes, I was just going to say, speaking of taking charge of your health, a few years ago, my brother was told that he had cancer. And he said, no, I do not. And they said, yes, you do. And so they kept badgering him to get chemotherapy. And he refused to do it. Instead, what he did was he went gluten-free, and he just totally changed his diet to fruits and vegetables, healthy foods, nothing genetically modified or anything like that. And so after about 8 months of badgering him, they finally had to tell him, we were mistaken. You never had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
See, but he took charge of his health.
I had that happen to one of my Atomy customers too. And they were pushing her to do chemo right away, but she lived in England for years and years and years. And she's Jamaican. She moved to England, lived there, and then retired to the US. So she said to her doctor, I'm going on my vacation. I'm going back to England next week. Can it wait? He's like, no, you have to do it now. She said, well, I'm already scheduled. I'm leaving this weekend. So he said, the moment you get back. She went, and because she was going for her medical checkup, she didn't say a word to the doctor. She did her whole check, and she asked the doctor, he said, all is well. She said, I don't have cancer. He said, no. Why would you say that? And she told him, well, her doctor here told her she had cancer. And he said, no, you do not have cancer. She came back. She has done nothing. That was 5 years ago. She's still just fine. Now, guys, remember, there was a time when you could get a second opinion and your insurance company would pay for it. They are not allowing you to do second opinions anymore. So you cannot just take everything for it, because so many people have done chemo and have passed away that never had cancer. There is a doctor that is in prison now for that. So many people died on his watch that he gave chemo to, diagnosing them with cancer, and they never had it, and they took chemo. We have to be more vigilant when it comes to our health. Oh wait, go ahead, KJ, and then I play that video.
I totally forgot. There was something that you said earlier. I totally forgot what you had said. It was something I wanted to touch on, but go
But
ahead.
if it comes back, make a note and you can touch on it after the video. Now, Maria, Miss Sylvia, check the chat, Maria. Miss Sylvia said something in regards to what you said. And Miss Gabrielle, I sent you a private message. Okay, I'm gonna play this video. Let me go to it, because I really want you guys to see this. Oh, I forgot to press share. Let me close that.
I told you a black man was denied food, water, and treatment because a doctor said his life wasn't worth saving. I'm Dr. Michael H. Ford, and this is a story you need to hear. Now, in 2020, Michael Hickson, a 46-year-old black father, tested positive for COVID-19 in Austin, Texas. He had been living with a brain injury and quadriplegia after a cardiac event in 2017, but he was stable, and his wife, Melissa, was by his side, advocating for his care. When his condition worsened, he was transferred to an ICU. He developed pneumonia, but instead of continuing treatment, doctors decided to stop everything. No more nutrition, no more hydration, no attempt to treat his infection. They told his wife he would be moved to hospice. She begged them to keep trying, but the decision wasn't hers to make, because months earlier, a nonprofit called Family Elder Care had been appointed his legal guardian, and they agreed with the hospital's decision to withhold care. Melissa was shut out. She never saw her husband again. And when she emailed hospice to check on him, she was told he had died the night before. Michael didn't die just from COVID. He died because someone else decided his life didn't have value. Disability advocates, religious groups, and families across the country raised alarm because this wasn't just about one man. It was about who gets to make life or death decisions when someone can't speak for themselves. When care is filtered through assumptions about race, disability, and worth, the consequences aren't just unjust. They're irreversible. If we want a health system that protects everyone, we have to start by listening. We don't need gatekeepers. We need caregivers. Healing starts with knowing. Follow for more.
Okay. So guys, if we take care of our health, we don't have to worry about getting there, because as he said, it's about color and all that, all the others. Also, Miss Valerie mentioned about Medicare. Guys, Medicare patients get the bottom line treatment because Medicare does not pay a lot of money. So these doctors, the treatment I would get being on Medicare is different from what Maria would get, that she has a health care plan that she is paying for. And we need to understand that when you have a top of the line healthcare plan, and there's someone else with the exact same ailment that you have that's on Medicare, what a Medicare recipient is going to get and what someone that has a healthcare plan that they're paying for is going to be different. They are not going to treat you the same as the person that is paying for their healthcare plan, because I will repeat it again. Medicare is bottom of the line healthcare treatment. So please, please take care of your health, because so many people are on Medicare and they have no clue. Oh, I'm on Medicare. And when you speak to them about getting the other backup plan, they refuse to get it because, oh, I don't need Medicare. I have Medicare. It covers everything. But having that other insurance plan makes a difference. But regardless, if we take care of our health, we don't have to worry about getting there. We don't have to worry about going into the hospital every single time. I will continue to say that. Make your health your #1 priority, because when you end up in the hospital, And these doctors start working on you. Sometimes you don't come out of there. So go ahead, KJ, and then Miss Valerie.
Vivian.
Yeah. Now that yes, Miss Novelet.
And then Miss Vivian. I'm sorry, Miss Vivian after KJ. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Ms. Lovely, I gotta piggyback. You're absolutely right because I have to be an example for myself, right? I took a matter on my own hand, right? I didn't know you can go to a lab to find everything about yourself. You don't have to go to a doctor and look like you need somebody, a caretaker to take care of you. You know, you can actually go to a lab and get your blood test, do everything. They will find out everything about you, and then you can also they will educate you where everything's at besides a doctor. Okay, that's just one thing. That's the reason why I was bold enough to leave the hospital. Even though I'm a liver transplant recipient, I was bold to leave that and say I chose that route to go to the lab. And then also now, you know, everything's advancing now. So there was a website that called Dr. Say, where you actually you can speak to a doctor or a face or on FaceTime. Even though they're not your doctor, they'll be able to read your medical. They'll be able to tell you what everything. You know, it's like a membership with them. It's like what $39. You know, they will take care of you. It's like really, really meaning like you don't really have to go inside to see a physical doctor. They can actually tell you what's going on with you after you did your lab, and they can tell you, here, try this, try that. But when you go ahead and commit it to a doctor, like you're married to that doctor, as if they are your God to make sure that your guidance is in good hand, it's a 50-50 shot of these doctors. Now, I just want to say what I just remembered, what I wanted to say. It was right in front of me. They didn't really pick up that to show you how serious that I am about getting to Atomy and in my health. I purchased a health artificial intelligence scanner. What you do is that you put in your finger, you connect it to your laptop. It's going to tell you everything, just like a doctor can. They need your blood to tell you what's going on with you. This right here scanner will tell you what's going on your inside and out. What's going on your inside of your body. Now, again, it cover a lot from and it'll give you like
I want one of those scanners. We'll talk about that. Go ahead.
okay, gotcha. Let's go. Back to you, Miss Novelette.
Those scanners are very accurate because I know someone that's doing it, and the person went to the doctor and the scanner gave them the exact same information that they got from their doctor. I don't know how, but they work. Okay, so Miss Vivian and then Miss Valerie.
Okay, I just had a question. Someone mentioned a supplement of vitamins that they were taking. I have a question on the chat about it.
Maria posted her number in the chat.
Okay, great. Okay, thank
Miss
you.
Valerie.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, Novelet, regarding Medicare, if I may just correct you there. There is absolutely 100% nothing wrong with Medicare, the program itself, when it comes to healthcare. It is the type of insurance that people are purchasing or getting into to supplement Medicare. What is the issue? Okay, yeah, the issue is HMOs versus PPOs versus Medicare supplement. The big difference is that with an HMO, you don't have a monthly premium because Medicare has a contract with the insurance companies, the Humanas, United Healthcare, can go on and on about those, where they pay the insurance company a premium, we call it a capitation in this industry, to take care of your health. Now, the supplement is what's going to cost that senior, that Medicare beneficiary, something like $250 at 65 years of age. Okay, so a lot of people do not want to pay for a supplement. They rather go to an HMO, and it's big here in South Florida. All right, so that's the big difference. So you want a Medicare supplement, and I know it's expensive, but you are better off with a Medicare supplement. That's where the differences come in when you go to these doctors. Do you have an HMO or do you have a Medicare supplement? Now, within the Medicare Advantage programs, they have the PPO and they have the HMO. But I think CJ mentioned that we're going to talk about these type of things but I just quickly wanted to say that so that people do not think that, oh, I have Medicare, so I'm getting bad insurance. You're getting insurance that's not, I would say, maybe up to par because you have an HMO. The HMO again is that program. Now they do it without insurance. This is not just Medicare. You being under 65 years of age and dealing with your group health, it depends what kind of group health you have on your job. Is it an HMO program? Is it a PPO? Because there's a difference between those two. Medicare, I'm sorry, PPO and HMO. HMO is the one where you have to get a referral to go to a specialist. The little difference between a HMO and a PPO is that the PPO has a broader network of doctors, and you don't need a referral to go to a specialist. You follow me? But those programs are for everybody. It's not just Medicare beneficiaries that has those programs. They offer them on the jobs. They offer them under the Affordable Care Act. It's just really a vicious cycle that's going on out there, and people don't understand this. And forget me trying to tell people about the differences. Another thing that they do, they will rather listen to the Social Security administrators because they trust them just because they're working for the government, and listening to the insurance agents like ourselves. Okay, so be careful when you go for your
Someone needs to mute their phone.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful.
Miss Valerie. Miss Val, why is it I mute? Miss Valerie, can we do like maybe Monday or so? Can you do something on that?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be delighted.
Yeah, because I want to know which one is the best one to get. Should you have a PPO or an HMO?
Yeah. You have a PPO, you have an HMO, you have a supplement, and they all operate differently.
Okay, guys, please keep your phone on mute if you are not speaking. Mr. 8KOTO, I mute you and you unmute yourself while you're having another conversation. Could you please stay muted? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Guys, we're going to end today, but from now on, please keep your phone on mute, raise your hand, and I will call on you as we go. So we keep it in order and we're not interrupting the other person while they're speaking. We're going to just raise your hands from now on. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is just mute everyone out, and then you just raise your hands and I'll unmute you when it's your time to speak. Okay. Yeah, so Monday, Miss Vivian. Miss Valerie, I'm sorry, Miss Valerie.
Yes, ma'am.
You can touch on that on Monday, since
absolutely.
Monday.
Absolutely.
So we'll do
I'll
that.
be delighted. Thank you.
Okay. And Miss Gabrielle, and then Vivian again, and then we're done for today because it's 11:39.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. I just wanted to know the name of this AI medical scanner that the person who spoke about was mentioned. Yes.
KJ, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. What was the question?
I wanted to know the name of that equipment.
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and post it for you guys on here. I was just about to go ahead and put it, but
you're posting it in the chat. Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you guys.
Okay. And then Miss Vivian.
For the last time. I just said I posted it that a request for Medicare info session. So
yeah,
I understand that on Monday. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's it. Okay.
But let me go back to the chat. I'm not trying to share, so let me close this here. Someone said in the chat, let me see if I can go back up. Oh, it always takes moves so here. Oh, Miss Sylvia, she was saying Medicare alone is government insurance and you can only see their doctors. Private insurance is not supplemental Medicare supplement. Medicare allows you to select your doctors. You get the option to pay for in or out of network providers, giving you the choice. Okay. Yeah.
And as you said, Novelet, we'll touch on it on Monday, and I will be able to answer every every question that people have and
Mhm.
explain it, because that's my area of expertise. I've been doing Medicare for many, many years. I love the program, but it is complicated. And I don't know why they're making it so complicated, but I do know it like the back of my hand. All right, so we'll talk. Or insurance, health insurance in general. We'll
Yeah.
talk. Yeah.
Guys, KJ just posted a name in there. I think that's the one someone told me about. One of my customers in South Florida, she mentioned one to me. That might have been the name. Okay, so that was great today. Yeah, I think that's it. There's so many wonderful videos to share, but I can't share them all in one day. So there's one on toxic skincare products, which is so amazing, guys, because we have touched on that so many times. And when I saw that video, I was like, wow. So I will share that one on Monday, so you guys can truly get what we have been talking about when you see this video. Because we do not take it seriously when we're talking about buying these over-the-counter products. And this particular video is talking about the skincare that we're buying and all these wonderful products we're spending money on and what's happening to our health. So, you know, we really, truly, guys, you're here, you come on the call, you're getting the information. Please just slowly start making the changes. Because I will say this, if it is on my website, I am not going to buy it out there. I'm not. And even if we don't have it, I try to find healthy products to purchase for myself. And then I said, Lord, it would be great if Atomy would start bringing us, you know, everything that we need. But, you know, until it takes time, because when I started, we didn't have as many products as we do now. So it's growing, and it's also up to the FDA to approve. A lot of the times they try to bring the products in and they're not approving it. Perfect example is the collagen. I found out on the leaders call, the reason why we do not have the collagen is because they wanted change so drastically. It wouldn't be the same collagen that's over there on the ATG mall. Why is that? They do not want us to have truly healthy products, because at the rate they wanted them to change it, they wanted to make it into a powder form. So I said to them, no, just leave it right there. If we have to get it and have it changed that drastically to a powder, I don't want it. I do not want a powder collagen. I want it just the way it is over there. So they have to change the product so much at times to bring it here. So that's why sometimes we do not see the products on the US side, because that multivitamin that we've been taking for years over there came up so many times and the FDA did not approve it to come in. So sometimes it's not that they do not want to bring us the product, it's just that they're not being approved. So they leave them over there. So guys, we just have to, you know, what we get, be grateful for it, because they're not letting in a lot of the products for us to have on the US website. And it's very sad, but those are the facts. We live in a country where they would prefer for us to be unhealthy. And guys, pay attention. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Pay attention to the breads that you're buying at the store, because there's a video, I might share it next week. These breads have the exercise mat, what do you call it? What they used to make these mats in them. So we're eating bread that's not really bread. We're eating so many unhealthy food in the US. That's why we're always stressing about your health. So we just have to really be careful and read. If the word is too long, look it up. Don't just buy the stuff because it's on the shelf. I take the time and I look at the ingredients, and if I can't read the words, I'm not even buying it. So we have to be more vigilant when it comes to our health. We really have to, because we're living in a time now where the people that are making the products only care about the bottom line, the money they can make. They don't care about the people that's using the products. So we have to put more care in what we are buying. So I will leave it, end it there today. Oh, let me see. Okay, thank you for today. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anyone question in here. Okay. So guys, have a wonderful weekend. Share, and as Miss Vivian said that she's, talking about the products at her church, we're learning. Open your mouth, share it. If you go to a church, share the information. Talk about it, because people are suffering out there, and we have products that can help to change and save lives. Right, Maria? Go ahead.
That is correct. We do, because we're, this is our time to be whole and to be well in our health. And, I feel bad too that there's some products that we have at the mall and the other malls we can't get. But hey, we got to do the best we can with what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I added an alternative scanner as well. I just want to throw that in there. Sorry, it's lovely. I just wanted to share that. Is if want to copy and paste, so they can look at the budget or the price, whatever they wanted. So it's all the other scanners, intelligent scanners. So back to you, Ms. Novelet.
thank you. Yeah. So guys, go out there and share, and listen, if there's not a health person in your church, you become that health person, because as you learn, you share. You'd be surprised how many people want the information, they just don't know where to go get it. So yeah. Okay, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. It's Friday.
August the 1st.
Oh yeah, it's the 1st of
It's the
August.
first. That's right.
A new month. A month of new beginnings.
And oh my God, we're closer to the end of the year again. It's almost like it just started. Wow.
Jamaica's emancipation, Miss Novelet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, praise God.
Independence is coming up in
Yes,
Jamaica. Yeah.
yeah, emancipation. The
They're
six is what?
celebrating big time.
Emancipation, and
That's
the other one
right.
that we always celebrate
Mm-hmm.
is knowledge. They just forget independence.
Yes.
So the 6th will be independence.
Mm-hmm.
What day exactly is it on? Independence.
The 6th.
The 6th.
Yeah. So they started celebrating already.
Well, I'm celebrating. It's my birthday month and my wedding anniversary month. So I'm celebrating already.
Yeah. This is my daughter's month too. She's gonna be 26 on the 20th.
That's
So
both of my daughters born in August.
look at that.
It's my birthday too now.
Oh
Monday,
my, that's
Monday
amazing.
is Mother's Day.
All right.
Aaliyah,
August,
Happy
baby.
birthday.
Yeah.
No, not yet. I want it on the day
Well, the
of.
August.
Monday. I don't want it too early.
Oh wait, this
We'll tell
Monday.
you.
This
Huh?
Monday coming? This Monday
Yes,
coming?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I want y'all to sing to me so I can have a beautiful day.
Okay.
Come on, guys. We got to remember to wish her happy birthday on Monday.
And sing for
Okay,
her.
me too.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one. I appreciate all this
Okay.
today. Beautiful.
All right. We need to start
Aja,
celebrating
Aja,
the
Aja.
birthdays. Yeah, we're gonna start celebrating the birthdays each
Yeah.
month.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that would be
That's right.
good.
Makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So-
have one more comment. Excuse me. This is Brenda. This is Brenda again. I just wanted to take time out to thank you guys for all the things that you do. I have learned a lot just by being on these calls. And know that I will not be here Monday. Unfortunately, I'm going to be working, but the information that I asked you for, maybe you can email it to me, perhaps. I'm going to try and be back Tuesday.
Mhm.
And for the young lady that just said her birthday is Monday, happy birthday to you.
What's your email, Brenda?
Thank you.
Okay, it's my name, all lowercases, Brenda Moore,
Mm-hmm.
the letter B
Mm-hmm.
at yahoo.com.
And let me make sure, Brenda, you wanted Matt. What was it again in detail? Let me make sure I get it right.
The video that the guy, what was it he's talking about?
The mammogram video?
the mammogram and all of that. It's on TikTok, but I don't
Oh,
have
that's
TikTok.
right. I need to see if I can find it. That's not on TikTok.
Yeah.
Check YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I will check YouTube. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Okay, bye everyone.
Aja.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a wonderful
Have a
weekend,
great
everyone.
Be
weekend.
blessed, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
You
Thanks,
too.
everyone. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
And thank you, KJ, for sharing that information in the chat. Hopefully, you guys were able to get it.
Yeah, it's worthwhile to have it.
Yes.
We will.
It is.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yep. Okay. All right. Bye. Bye.
Everyone. Thank